Hey guys, welcome to All Things Doctor Who. My name is Alex Patterson, and Aaron has asked me to do a video on my top 5 favorite 5th Doctor stories. He's been doing a series of videos involving a bunch of different awesome WhoTubers. Today, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 5th Doctor episodes. So let's get into the video. Once again, my name is Alex Patterson, and I run a channel called The Doctor Who Guide. I would love it if you wanted to check out my channel. It's all about growing your knowledge, your collection, and your connection with other Doctor Who fans. Before we dive into my top 5 favorite stories of the 5th Doctor era, I also want to mention 2 stories that didn't make it on the list, but I wanted to still tell you guys about as honorable mentions. The first is Warriors of the Deep. Now, this gets a lot of flack for like shaky sets and stuff, but I honestly just really enjoy the story. It's got such great atmosphere, and it's grim and dark at some points. I would definitely suggest checking out Doctor Who Warriors of the Deep. The second and final honorable mention would be Doctor Who The Visitation. I really like this historical piece, and I've just always found the setting really cool, and the villains just look really awesome for a classic series villain. But first off, at number 5 on my list is one that I think a lot of people would probably have at number 1. It's such a well-liked story, and that is Doctor Who, The Caves of Androzani. This has been rated oftentimes one of the best stories of the classic series era. It's got an incredible ending. The setting and the atmosphere is, again, just really brilliant. 5th Doctor stories really work best when they contrast his sort of brighter, calmer, younger attitude with a darker, grimmer setting. So they definitely hit the balance with this story. Honestly, a must-see for any Doctor Who fan. But surprisingly, it is at number 5 on my list, okay? And number 4 is Doctor Who Resurrection of the Daleks. Now, this story I really love. 5th Doctor and the Daleks, and it's just absolutely incredible. As you can see on the cover, it brings back Davros, and it is honestly one of the best Doctor Who Dalek episodes. And to have Davros back since his first time in Genesis of the Daleks, that was a lot to live up to. I definitely think it stood up well. The characters are very interesting. Resurrection of the Daleks. And number 4. Number 3 is a story that honestly deserves all the hype it gets, and that is Doctor Who Earthshock. Now, I love having this DVD in my collection, not only because it's rare here in America, but because the story is really so good. The ending is incredible, and as you can tell from the cover, there are Cybermen in this story. We do not get a lot of the Cybermen post-60s Doctor Who, so it's really cool to see the Cybermen back. The end of episode 4 is honestly a historical moment in the history of watching Doctor Who. Very much the feel of a base under siege, you know, just the enemies coming at you, and you're like, how are they going to get out of this one now? So it's really, really cool. Next up is a story that I think will surprise most of you as to why it's overtaken such brilliant giants of stories as the 3 that we've seen so far. But in number 2 is Doctor Who Frontios. Now, if you haven't seen this story, it is honestly brilliant. I feel like this could be easily adapted into a new series episode. Mark Sterkson as Turlough in this story acts his socks off and really does a brilliant job. There's great character development for Turlough. Again, everyone I've shown it to has really enjoyed it, and just the scope and the feel of the episode, honestly, it's new series worthy. And I do think that The Hungry Earth and Cold Blood stole a lot from this. So, I mean, maybe once you see this, you'll understand why. Not really that much, just in like a theme of like people and dirt. And of course, what else would be at number 1, beating all of these massive, brilliant stories, but Doctor Who, The 5 Doctors. Now, brilliant, this story. It is a 20th anniversary celebration of all that is brilliant in Doctor Who. In my opinion, it stands the test of time. The writing and how all these elements come together into one massive, brilliant ending. It's absolutely brilliant, and just the lore that is established in this story and the setting is just incredible. I could not suggest this story enough. Definitely an incredible anniversary story. So, in review, The Caves of Androzani, often considered by many, many fans to be the best story of the classic series era. Resurrection of the Daleks, 5th Doctor and the Daleks, incredible story. And number 3, we have Earthshock, incredible monumental moment at the end of this story. Frontios, an epically underrated story that I really feel could be a new series episode. and the 5 Doctors, a brilliant anniversary story. I want to know what your top 5 5th Doctor stories are. Comment your top 10 if you want to. Aaron, I want to see your list of your top 5 favorite 5th Doctor stories in the comments down below. Will we see more underrated stories like Frontios, or will we prove that the Caves of Androzani is one of the best Doctor Who stories ever? Subscribe to All Things Doctor Who for brilliant content, and don't forget to check out my channel, The Doctor Who Guide, if you liked what you saw. Thank you so much, Aaron, for having me on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you maybe in the future, but you will see awesome content for sure in the next video.